Welcome everyone. Today we'll have a special guide for the trade skills in Lost Ark. And in this video, we'll have a look at how to make a lot of gold with life skill, over 600 to 800 gold per hour. So there's a lot to look into, how to make the gold, where to farm them, what are my tested locations, and what are my thoughts on this. So this video will talk about the life skills, the introduction, how to speedrun your life skills, and also farm a lot of those materials. They sell for over 100 per stack. And I have farmed, about 100 within less than 7 minutes. So there's a lot of ways to make those items. And if I show you the iron ore as well, I farmed about close to 100 of those in like 5 minutes. And there's a lot of ways to sell those items, and they sell for a lot. So definitely look into how to make a lot of gold with life skill. There's also additional benefits because you can level your trade skills up for other items that you can find in the future. This way also helps you to farm the trade skills level 10 quickly, and this can progress you into looting higher grade materials. And finally, additional benefit for doing the life skill is with your guild quest, which can earn a bloodstone. I'll show you guys in the video as well. 500 bloodstone per week per quest, so I have completed those. So those are really good as well. So in this video, I'll show you guys footages and clips of best locations where I farm those items, how to channel swap, how to collect those items, how to sell those items, how to compete with other people, and how to find places where no one's finding them. And you can farm a lot of those items. There's tons of gold to be made. This is so amazing. So definitely try life skill if you're tier 1, tier 2, and this can make you so much gold this way per hour. Now coming over to our notes, if you want to download those notes, this will be available on the Google Docs, and this will be attached below for this video. So why life skills? Is that there's a few things I can think about with life skills. One is that this actually makes a lot of gold income. You might be wondering, hey, what are those items used for? Well, those items are used for crafting. So the life skill items here, the iron ores, the timber, and also the most important thing is going to be the potions. You'll be using wildflowers to make potions, and life skills collect them. Now the bigger question is, I never had time to look into it. I don't know how much gold you make, but just by my rough estimation on my server, you make at least 600 gold per hour and over 800 gold if you just collect them quickly. It is a little boring after doing this for like half an hour. I've tried this, and at tier 3, you do have better methods of getting more gold. But this greatly helps tier 1 and also tier 2 players, because gold is so much more scarce, you want to push for progression, and there isn't that much to do. And this gives a ton of gold if you have the time for this, and this also levels up your life skills for the endgame. Because some of the trees and some of the flowers, purple ones, and even the rare ones, they are locked behind certain skill level. This will help you to progress to level 10 super fast and get a ton of worth. And also, you also get about 1000 of the blood shards by doing the guild quest. So that alone is worth about 500 gold. What I mean by that is, I have been donating to my guild 100 gold per day. So over here I've been donating that, and this only gave me 200 bloodstone. So 1000 bloodstone equals to 500 gold, and this also, does the quest for you for doing the life skills. Now the next question is, how do you make gold out of this? So as we said, we'll just be running around onto different places with a lot of raw materials. We'll be collecting them, and then we'll be selling them on the marketplace. As you can see over here, as I was showing you guys the marketplace, so the wildflowers are the best sellers, of course, because they craft potions. Not wildflowers. So the wildflowers, you'll be collecting all 3 of those flowers as you farm them. After that, the iron ores are not bad as well, because notice wildflower 100 stack it sells for 100 gold. You can get those very quickly. And for the iron ores, the blue one sells the most, and you do get quite a bit of those. You can sell the other ones as well. Finally, you can do the timber ones, but I do recommend having a friend do the timber ones together. They do sell for quite a bit as well, but it is a little slow doing this by yourself. I'll show you guys in the replay as I do it with someone else, and I do it myself. So it is much faster to do with someone else for timber, but all 3 of them sells for tons of gold. And a rough estimation, for about 7 to 10 minutes in my server just doing like the life skill collection, I made it over 100 to 150 gold. Even more than 130 gold. So the life skill items we'll be collecting will be lumbering for timber, mining for iron ores and other ores, and also herbal for the wildflowers. So those are pretty good. Now jumping to the most important part, where do you get those? I have listed a collection of different islands and also different locations, and I have found guides that shows where to do the best ones. But even for those guides, I wanted to test it out. So I have a rating for the location, and this is depending on the distance you have to travel, the place, how popular it is because you're competing with other people, how many channels you can swap, which is very important. So Here are my tested locations. I have tested about 4 or 5 of those. The best one is definitely Lullaby Island, and this one is easily accessible to all the players over 250 item level. So we talk about this one last. What we do is we talk about how to focus on getting Herbal. Because unless you see the comparison of how good it is the Lullaby Island is, you want to see the other one first, and then I show you the best one. So the first one is the Getting Herbal, and this is located with Annika. There's a lot of other locations, of course, so you don't have to follow my one I'm using. So if you come over to Annika, and if you come to the Depth Township, and it is located on this particular region. I'll show you guys the replay for this as well. So basically, once you run over here, you're going to start to see a lot of wildflowers, or the dream worker flowers. You can collect them, and there is 4 channels to be collected, and you do get a lot of them. One thing to notice is, once you collect a flower, don't leave right away. Sometimes they spawn another one right on top of it. And this is the best part of this location, because you don't have to move. You collect one, they spawn one on top of you. Then you collect that one, then you collect the other ones. There's so many to collect, and basically you're making over 150 gold per hour. 150 gold per 10 minutes. So there's a lot of them. Notice I'm just running back and forth. So the location will be pretty wide, not only on this region, the top region as well. The best part is you can also switch your channels. There are 4 channels to be collecting. So once you finish on one channel, you can collect on the other channel. This will help you to make a lot of potions, or you can sell them for a lot of gold. There is a small downside, is that once this place gets a little popular, people will compete with you. I was competing with a few other players, but even with that, I think I collected them very quickly. So within the span of, let's say how long? With this span of like 10 minutes, I was able to collect a lot of them. So now let me show you guys over here. So within the span of 10 minutes, I was able to collect about 65 of those just looting, and this made me about 130 to 150 gold in 10 minutes. So in about 1 hour, if we multiply this by 6, it's about 800 to 900 gold. I was doing my guild quest for looting. So notice this is a mining one. So the first one I did was Herbal, and this also gave me 500 of the bloodstones for doing this. Now for the location for the ores, there are multiple locations. The first location I tried was Meteora Island. This is by far one of the best islands to collect the ores and also mining materials. But unfortunately, there is only one channel and it's too contested. So let me show you guys over here. The location of the place. So the first one was in Anata, remember, for the Herbal. The second one is going to be this particular location, Meteora. So this is an island that is used just trade skill island. This is an amazing island if you go there and there isn't a lot of people. So once you get there, the island is so small, you just run around. The island is big enough for about 3 people, because keep in mind, each time you mine the minerals, you can mine it twice. So while the other person is mining, I can mine with her. It doesn't affect us that much because the mine spawns almost instantly. We just go back and forth and just mine everything. So the island only have one channel, that's the downside. If you get there by yourself, there's a ton of gold. You can easily make 150, in 10 minutes. You can make 900 gold in about an hour. Downside is there's a lot of people. And this is one where you can focus on a different location. This is more of a starter location. You do have to teleport to Luterra, and I'll show you guys over here. And this particular location, Lakbar village in Luterra, is by far better and safer because no one's competing with you. So this is the location. I'll show you guys over here. So basically, you want to teleport to Luterra, and it is at West Luterra, and it is at Lakbar. So it is on the middle section over here with Lakbar. And once you get there, I'll show you guys my replay. Once you get there, what you're gonna do is you're gonna run over here. So I teleported to the top of the portal. So I'll show you guys over here. So I teleported over here to this portal. The region you're looking for are those regions over there. So once you get there, you're gonna see there's a lot of iron ore minerals, and you'll just be collecting them. There's a lot of them to be collected from. And just a quick glimpse why this makes a lot of gold is that you get the blue ones. 10 of the blue ones sells for 45 gold, and you get like almost one of them every time you loot. So every time you hit, you get like 5 gold. So there's so much gold to be collected doing the mining and also Herbal this way. And there's a lot over here. Notice the whole map is covered in this. The only downside is there's monsters, they might hit you, and just, it is a lower level zone compared to the islands. But this is definitely a tuck-away place to mine all the minerals you wanted. And finally, the best island and also location I found to do everything, Herbal, timber, and also mines is going to be Lullaby Island. I'm sure you guys know this island because you have to do the song, right? So Lullaby Island is very popular and it is available. So it is over here. Once you travel over here to this island, it is always open and it is amazing. So let me show you guys over here. So notice how the other channels will talk about competition. This place have minerals, herbs, and also trees. So you can do everything you want here. But notice it is not a focused location. So if you just want to do one thing, it's not great, but this have everything. The best thing is it has tons of channels. You can keep swapping channels to collect everything you wanted. But again, it is not a focused location, so you can't just get one thing, right? If you do run out of, contesting in places, you can come here. And the best part about coming here is that chopping lumber. Notice here, some of the lumbers, this tree is too high for my rank, right? What I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to find people who are chopping trees and we can gather together to chop trees. This will double your lumber speed and both of us will get the loot. So notice that once she realized I'm chopping lumber, we can mine the minerals together because you can mine twice, so this way one per person. And if you line up on the lumber, if you face each other, you can double your speed of chopping. And this also increase your farm. So this location is more popular, there's more people, but you can work together and get tons of materials, right? Isn't that lovely? Now before I finish, one thing I forgot to mention is that in your stronghold, you can teleport to the farm. The farm is located where I was standing, and you can teleport to the farm and also farm, materials in your farm. But the thing is, the farm items that we collect here are not the best resource that is used for selling. But if you want to level your skills or if you just want to get the guild quest done, you can still come to the farm. But they do not sell for much of the gold. I don't think they sell anything at all. They're just here for you to do some farming, right? So altogether, by doing those trade skills and just by collecting those minerals and selling them on the market, so make sure you do come over to your market and check the prices. My server's price a little higher, of course, but I think even if your server price is not that high, it is still a definitely profitable thing because the prices went from 25 gold, I remember, to 110 gold now, and you get 100 of those in 7 minutes. So this is really good gold to be found. And just before I finish, I do want to remind you guys, it gets a little boring after the first 30 minutes, but if you really want the materials, I will definitely do this for 1 to 2 hours when I was in tier 1 and tier 2 because I love gold and want to progress, right? So this is definitely a great way to make gold. There's no limitation, there's no barrier. It just doesn't make boring for you. For my friend, he loves this and he does that for like 1 to 2 hours. For me, I was like, after 30 minutes, I was like, okay, enough. I'm gonna make the video. It's probably too much for me. So be aware, we're here to have fun. But if making gold and progressing is fun, this can be a great method. Now, if you guys haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, make sure you do so, because we'll be getting a lot of guides, a lot of tips as I discover them, and I love the game. So I want to share as much as I can with you guys, and let's have a great time in Lost Ark as we explore this game and get the most out of it.